Good evening, everyone, and welcome to GrayManPrepping. It is time for Tactical Tuesdays, and we're going to talk a little bit about tactics and more tonight, because tonight's topic is, are notebooks a threat? Are notebooks a threat? Yeah, well, okay. So before I go anywhere this time, I want to make sure I say hi to everybody, make sure I catch everybody's side chat. So we had Phelan Klein Wolfen first, followed by Walt Rogers, then Chef Tech, Shady Hill Homestead, Mother Earth Garden Clubs, Geeky Garden, Sue Me, Food Forest Permaculture, Susan Galley, Hardnack Farms, Diana 2, Kaylin Strain, Little Lone Prepper, and I think that's it. Okay, yeah, all right. It says up here in the corner up here, it says, for me, it says 16 watching. Over here, it says 17 watching. So, all righty. And don't forget, please hit the thumbs up. Help me out with YouTube's analytics, even though, they still shadow banning or limiting those that put out prepping ideas and self-reliance, and the government's not going to take care of you, so we don't want people to hear that. All right, so tonight's was a recommended topic, and let me see if I can find that real quick here. So I know I had it here. I'm looking in my thing. I'm looking at my list of emails for YouTube topics, and as I was going to bring up information about it, and it's probably got another topic on it, one of the ones here. But yeah. All right. So we'll just jump right into it without me reading any stuff off that email. It had some interesting points on it here. All right. So head over here. So are notebooks a threat? Well, first off, before we get into what the threats are, let's go this way here. So is it one of these big notebooks? Is it one of these without the wire on it? It's got the actual binding on it. Is it one with lined paper? Lined paper, or is it just plain like a drafting one? Is it a pocket size one that you can take notes on? Is it a fancy little one here, where you got a bunch of cool stuff in it like you would use in an office? Well, Rose, according to the email that had some videos on it, some other guys that put out here on YouTube, where they got harassed by several different people, where they were out there with a notebook, just writing stuff down. It's any size notebook. You're not doing it on your phone. You got to be an anarchist. You got to be up to no good if you're writing with pencil and paper or pen and paper. So let's get on here. And now, back in the day, wrong button here. There we go. Back in the day, this was our big concern: cameras. Not so much people with notebooks too much, but someone's taking pictures around federal buildings, state buildings, banks, airports, stuff like that. We keep an eye on them. But then the cell phone boom, and everybody has a camera out, even though it doesn't look like a camera. Everybody has a camera out. Oh, okay. Hang on. I got to put this comment up here. The day my notebooks start threatening me is the day they go into the wood stove. All right. With me, I just give them the grandkids, and the grandkids, pages out, right, scribble, 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 draw, draw, draw. Yeah. I'm going to get to that. I'm going to get to this. So you got everyone that has a phone out, and what are they doing on the phone? Everything. Come on, there we go. They're taking pictures of themselves. At least you think they're taking pictures of themselves. She could be taking pictures of the security guards at the bank or at the on the Capitol Mall or something like that. See, you think they're doing a picture of themselves, and they're taking pictures of something else way off there, and they can zoom in on it too. And let's see here. Hey, Moon over Miami. This is the one that before I retired was the ones I bumped up on the thing. They got a selfie stick, and they're in around Capitol buildings and stuff like that. Pay attention, because they may look like they're taking a picture of themselves, but there some of the phones come with remotes, so he could be aiming it at an angle over at the Capitol, even though it looks like he's doing himself. He could be zooming in on the guards there and taking pictures of them and pretending like he's taking a picture of himself. But, people walking around with notebooks. Oh, man. That's dangerous. Even on college campus nowadays, because everybody has a laptop or a tablet or an a tablet is basically an electronic notebook, and they're in class. They're actually recording with the laptop, recording the lecture so they can listen to it again later. But anybody walking around with a notebook, that's unheard of. What are they doing that for? And they're sitting down on somewhere, and doing it. People are going to be like, what is that person doing? Are they up to no good? Are they a communist? No, they're not a communist if they're using paper and pen. Let's see here. All right, I'm just checking comments here to make sure I'm not missing anything really good. So, I mean, if people are out there, and especially if they got a notepad and a sketchbook, that's really frightening. Doesn't matter if they're dressed nice, even though he's wearing white tennis shoes and white socks with a white suit. Oh, yeah, cameras built into sunglasses. Hang on one second. Let me grab it here. I got cameras built into my regular reading glasses. So a notebook back in the day, in Herbert Hoover's of the FBI, before they became the Federal Bureau of Incompetence, or the female body inspectors. Drawing a bird is treason, especially if you're drawing an eagle. I also happen to have little body cams that if I'm wearing some hunting vests, tactical vests and stuff. You ain't going to see that too easily. But all right, Sumi, sorry about your signal tonight. So let's see what else we got over here. Yeah, students nowadays at universities have laptops and everything else. Well, laptops, if you have the good ones, have cameras on both sides, and you can never tell what a person is doing on a laptop, especially since they got multiple windows. And if someone comes up to them, they just click a button, all of a sudden the camera view goes away, and they come over and they see them doing homework. Okay, they're not, what looks like homework. They're not going to bug them. Yeah. But like Ring doorbells and stuff aren't aimed at government buildings or banks or corporate businesses where they have private security. And that's what the one guy was. He was out walking around. He was doing architecture sketches for his art class. And the security guard came in. What are you doing? I told him none of your business. But the guy goes, I'm just doing art, for my sketches for my architecture class, and they want us to go out and find interesting architecture. Well, I need to see that. See that. It's like no. But anyways, yeah. So it's amazing how people's mindset has gone. If it's not electronic, it's got to be dangerous. And especially at people out there drafting and drawing scenes of nature, it's like, oh no, can't be doing that. So I brought up some things here, and I'm going to drop the link and I'm going to open it up here a little bit more. One of the reasons why certain people don't like notebooks is notebooks can't be hacked for your information. Notebooks are a good thing about notebooks. They are EMP proof. One thing people need to realize, notebooks can't take pictures. For someone to draw something, it's going to take them a long time, especially if they're trying to draw surveillance stuff. Now, another thing, your notebooks can be photocopied for backups, and if you have some really good information. Like I used to write on notebooks before, back when we had an 8086 computer, 8086, with Windows 3.1. Well, no, that was Word 3.1. Anyways, yeah. So I had stuff written down, and sometimes I photocopied it because I didn't want to, worry about redoing it. And then I would just, because I wanted to change something, I want to have both copies to my original and what I changed to, and I didn't want to have to rewrite everything. And the metal detectors can get through. I got a grandson out there, Eli. He's I think he just dumped something over. But the ones that have the binding on it, like the accounting books and stuff and everything else, and some of the books they sell for colleges and stuff, they don't have any metal in them, and they go right through metal detectors. You're bringing something metal detectors that we can't search. We have no reason to search because it didn't set it off. Yeah. And the funny one is Gen Y, Z, and A. Most of them can't read cursive. So if you're writing in fancy cursive or sloppy cursive like doctors do, or my wife, you can't read the notes they're taking. Yeah, that's what you say. You got a search warrant for that? No, you don't. You don't have the right to look at my notebooks. It's intellectual property. And I'm gonna have to go in there for a moment here. Let me. All right, hang on here. I'll be right back in a minute. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, he was having a meltdown because his drawing was doing was wrong, and he was just beating on the table. I have a folding table up there from the drawing, and pencils were, and he threw the tub of pencils around. So, yeah. All right.
Yeah.
So
I use those notebooks, the ones with the I got one right here. It's a composition book.
yeah,
Yep.
composition books. That's the one I was looking for. Yeah.
Yep. Composition book. I got them in lined, unlined, and graph.
Ooh, fancy.
Yeah. When I'm drawing like diagrams and stuff for my woodworking stuff.
All right. Kaylin just brought up something. I thought about it twice while I was talking here. We're like writing Spanish using cursive.
Yeah, good luck.
Back in the day when I was a teenager and my oldest cousin introduced me to the Lord of the Rings. And okay, so I was 7th grade because I would come up from Los Angeles, fly up on Southwest Airlines. It wasn't Southwest, it was Pacific Southwest.
People's Express.
No, Pacific Southwest, PSA. And anyways, come up and spend the summer with my grandmother's. And my cousin was always over there. And he had started to do something and gave me a copy of it. And I went through and I finished it off. I actually deciphered elf runes and figured out what the alphabet was for elf runes. And somewhere around here in one of my old boxes, I got the complete breakdown of elf runes for an alphabet to be able to write stuff out. And it's not 26 letters. It was 32 letters because certain sounds, you went to a CH, you do the ch sound and stuff like that. So, and CB's in the house. Hugo Homestead. And that's the thing, you start writing in that stuff and you're going to, they're going to go, what the heck? Oh, I'm an elf. This is for D&D. And they people turn around and just walk away. Oh God, and not another Dungeons and Dragons geek.
So you gotta write the directions on how to drive a stick shift truck in cursive Spanish. Good luck. Anti-theft device, 5-speed.
Or one of the new or the 13-speed truck transmissions. Yep. Allison, yeah. Or if you really want to do it, you get the 18-speed with the high-low ranges on the Allisons.
My neighbor, when I was at Ford, he's like, "Oh, I'm getting an anti-theft device put in my 5-speed." I'm like, "How much is that going to cost?" He's like, "Oh, it's like $400." Like, what is it? He's like, "Oh, it's this little chip that you plug in, and if you take the chip, they can't start it." I'm like, dude, literally, they splice into the ignition wires, and that's all they do. I was like, I said, bring it over. I'll put an anti-theft in there for you. I put a toggle switch in his glove box that shut off the clutch, so you couldn't start it.
Oh, on my 1965 Dodge one-ton Power Wagon, I did better than that. I put a Caterpillar battery switch on the floor next to the stick shift.
Yep, that works. Nobody knows what it is.
Nobody knows what it is unless you work construction.
Rotator, yeah.
and basically, it looks flat. It's flat. It has just 2 little holes in it. And unless you have the right shaped prongs to go in there, you ain't cranking that sucker.
Yeah, needle nose pliers work. Just kidding.
But I had that on there, and I had some other stuff on it because I like screwing around with people.
I used to just take the rotor out of from underneath my distributor cap with me when I went on vacation, or I put it somewhere in the car. Just take the rotor button out. Yeah. Stick it somewhere.
Yeah. Let's see. So Prepper 101's in here. Yeah. But anyways, when it comes to notebooks and stuff, especially Generation Z and A, oh, they freak out. What are you doing? What's that? Why are you being so secretive? And it's just like, I'm being secretive. If I was on my phone going like this, I'd be doing so small you couldn't see what I'm typing. That's more secretive.
No, because everybody can, certain entities can see what you did, so there is no secret there.
But generally the Z and A's are considering the government spying on you. They want to be if they're walking around, they want to see what you're doing, just looking over, and they, what the heck is that scribbly crap on their page? Oh, I did have a friend who was left-handed who absolutely ticked everybody off when he was doing notes in class. He was left-handed. So guess how he wrote?
Yeah. As you're writing your letters, your hand is covering everything.
No, he wrote words backwards.
Oh, cool.
So it would be YARG space NAM space GINPPERP.
So he was a left-handed dyslexic. Gotcha.
No, he taught himself to do that. Just to screw with kids cheating on him in high school. But and if you can learn to write backwards, it's like you're gonna be screwing with everybody. Of course, then if you also have if you get one of these stupid cops that think, oh, the sobriety test is you got to say the alphabet backwards. You got to know the alphabet backwards because you write backwards.
I learned the alphabet backwards from my uncle when I was 6.
Yeah. Yeah, I never bothered learning it backwards. I'll just say it forwards and write it down and look at it backwards. You want me to say, But anyways.
Yeah, but left-handed people are all in their right mind.
Yeah, my wife says that. She goes, us left-handed peoples are the only ones in our right minds.
Right.
And I go, not necessarily. And then I run.
Oh, my father was born left-handed, but back in the 30s and 40s, you were not left-handed. He was forced to learn how to write with his right hand, so he was ambidextrous. He could take notes, and it looked identical. Left hand, right hand, didn't matter. He could do it both. It was amazing.
My dad was left-handed, and they made him until he dropped out of school right-handed. Mm-hmm. But I mean, he did. The whole thing about that is he wound up learning to do everything ambidextrous: nail, framing, shoe horses. He even got him. He even got himself, and it was so funny. My brother got it after my dad died. He had a set of left-handed pipe wrenches, truly left-handed, because they hold in the right hand. You turn it a certain way, you turn it the opposite for the left-handed pipe wrenches and crescent wrenches.
I have left-handed metric adjustable wrenches. They're awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, you missed that one.
Yeah, I did. I was ignoring that one.
It's right next to my left-handed screwdrivers.
Does anybody remember how to take shorthand? I had one class of shorthand in summer school as a makeup class because the teacher didn't like my report at the end of the year. And halfway through the class, she says, fine, you're done. Get out of here.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what's that typewriter they use in courtrooms still? That's a shorthand typewriter, isn't it?
Stenographer.
Or stenographer, yep. Yeah, that's it.
Oh, yeah, that would drive a lot of people crazy too.
Oh, yeah, you only got like 6 keys and both hands are hitting it at the same time. They're like, what are you doing? Typing my notes.
And bring this over here. I'm looking something up here for you.
My handwriting has Tourette's. I'm gonna steal that with my friends.
There we go. And images. So stenographer machine, you look how many keys they got on. I mean, it's like, what the?
Looks Greek to me.
So there's the stenographer's thing. Yeah. And supposedly with the new ones, it translates with laptops and computers and stuff. Software to translate it. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, but who wrote the translation program? Huh.
Not sure which company did it, but they probably had a stenographer taking notes during the meetings anyways. Okay. But yeah.
Must be English.
Waiting for him to try to figure out how to type it in there.
What do they call Brazil nuts in Brazil? Nuts.
No, I almost said the name they used to be called when I was a little kid, which is no longer socially acceptable.
Okay.
But then I forgot the other name. I also at the same time I was thinking of the other name. That name popped in my mind. Pushed the real name out. I can't remember what it is.
You know the difference between beer nuts and deer nuts, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just checking.
Yeah.
I put that on Howie's feed. He's like, I can't read that.
And chestnuts too.
Yes.
All right. Okay. He seems. I'm listening for him in case he starts getting overly excited again. It sounds like he's actually watching the Dark Crystal. So, any hooser. Oh, yeah. So you really want to cause some, on a day cause some trouble. If you know Dungeons and Dragons, or you know some other board role playing game, Mech Warrior, Magic, one of the other, any type of those type of game, Car Wars or something like that. Take a notebook, preferably one with outlines in it, just plain, and go someplace where they have a lot of security around, and just start writing on it and making using the abbreviations for wizards and druids and different spells and stuff, because they have a lot of abbreviations if you got the big book, but you start drawing up and they come up, if they start, and just to have them give you a bad time, and then when they call the police on you, then you can sue them. But hey, I'm working on my Dungeons and Dragons stuff.
That's right. They'll just have the camera feed shipped off to an AI, and it'll be like, oh, he's just doing Dungeons and Dragons. You have to come up with your own code at that point.
Yeah. But it's yeah, you especially right, like D20 -4, for the dice rolls, or the D10 or the D12 or whatever, all the different dice rolls and stuff. Oh yeah, you can screw people. D what? And if you double D 12, that means two 12-sided dice. Yeah.
You can just write like a doctor. Nobody can understand it unless you're a pharmacist.
And the pharmacist guess.
Yeah.
I think half the time the pharmacist goes back in the back and calls up, I'm here for such and such. You got so and so here. What the hell did the doctor write on this thing? And the nurses in the doctor's office goes, oh, that's what it says. Oh, okay, that's what that is now. Okay. Oh, yeah.
I don't think doctors write scripts anymore. They just put it in the computer. It goes right to the pharmacy.
Yeah.
Because there's way too much room for error in that stuff.
Yeah. Up here, my daughter got something. They typed it into the computer. It printed the prescription out for her to take in and sent it over. So they asked them which one it was going to. And so she shows up with the prescription. Oh, yeah, here it is.
Yeah. Well, they want to make sure you didn't add a 0 to the pill count.
Oh, Percocet with so many milligrams of and an extra 0, 2 zeros for the number.
Refill 0. Put a 1 in front of it. Yeah, I got 10 refills. We're good.
Or no, not 10 refills. It says, all right, 20 tablets. You put a 0 behind it. 200 tablets. I'm good for the year.
Yeah, 200 tablets with 20 refills. We're good. I can retire next month. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, fun stuff here.
I keep a notebook of my work van. It's just easier than I don't mind phones and notepad and all that stuff on the phone, but it's easier just to write it down. And then in the morning, I can just look at it. I can flip the page up like, okay, I can cross out this. I only have these 2 things. I rewrite it on the next page and rip the first page out and throw it in the trash. Now I know where I stand.
And the battery doesn't go dead on these either.
That's right.
And
just don't spill your coffee.
And if you're using one of these,
yeah, you can refresh your mouse
unlike one of these, the ink doesn't dry up because they're yeah, it's like
just don't spill your coffee on it or forget a knife or a pencil sharpener.
Yeah, I got several here. Hey, if it's worse comes to worse, you step out on the curb and sidewalk, and you just done that many times.
Grind it into the grout. You can make a point on it.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of pencil sharpeners, I saw a reel of an 18-something or other pencil sharpening machine. You stuck the pencil in it and it had 2 blades on the side and you pushed the handle and then you turned it and it went and you turned it and it went so you're just going and oh man, perfectly sharp.
Nice.
I mean, so sharp it looked like the needle of a hypodermic needle on the end of it. Yeah. So anyways, yeah. So there, unfortunately, the generational thing is, we can't read it. You gotta be doing something bad, or why are you doing something different than us? Because we're old school and we know your batteries go dead.
So you want to mess with your town? Go out in the middle of the night with a can of pink spray paint and put random letters and numbers on every telephone pole. For no
not
reason.
only that, but random letters and numbers. And on one set of the numbers, you do like 754 and a foot mark.
Yeah.
Oh, they're going to be out 700 feet. All right, we need to check see some sniper hides somewhere around out here.
Yeah.
The oh yeah, there's yeah, you can really screw people at night. Now, for the more distinguished people here in the chat, and I don't think we have anybody other than and he's probably so mad he's not saying anything other than Phelan is actually he does cursive writing, so he's probably like, I'm a secret weapon.
Who, Howie?
No, Phelan.
Oh.
And that is when you want to punish your kids or grandkids, don't take their devices away from them.
Yeah, just change
take the
password.
charger away from them and watch them panic as a battery runs down.
Oh, they'll find another charger. Everything's got a USB cable somewhere. They can just text a friend and say, throw a cable at my window and I'm about to die.
But
yeah.
And it doesn't get Bill Gates updates.
Yeah. Would you like to update now? No, I'm good. Yeah. Howie's watching me.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'll put my robot picture back up, Howie.
Hey Randy, how's it going? The notebooks are dangerous to those that don't know, or a threat to those that don't know how to use them and don't know how to read cursive or shorthand or elf runes or shorthand or the
steno.
No, steno, but I'm thinking of the game, all the short codes that all the gamers use for Dungeons and Dragons, Mech Warrior, Car Wars, and all the other group role playing games. Yeah,
we actually back in it'd be 11th grade. One of my friends had the he was into Star. We were all into Star Trek, and he had the Klingon alphabet. And that was another one. We started to learn now, and we would pass notes back and forth. Of course, it would take you 10 minutes to translate it. But teachers hated us because they're like, what is this garbage? It's like, it's just garbage. There's nothing there. Yeah, it was the answers to the questions, but she didn't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, Morse code these days.
Yeah.
They wouldn't know what you're talking about.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, but you write in your notebook, you're out there, you write stuff in Morse code, and security gets all upset to call the police and stuff, and then the police, some police officer figures out, wait, that's Morse code, and pulls up the app and starts to decipher it. If you're having to use your phone to decipher this, you are ignorant and need to update your mind.
No, you write in Morse code every other line, and then you put random letters above the dashes, so it looks like you're deciphering something like a code. But
cryptography.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh yeah, we used to do all sorts of cool things with cryptography in school. The easiest one is the one letter offset substitution.
Yep.
Backwards alphabet. Yep. Backwards alphabet. Backwards one letter off substitution.
Yep. Alphanumeric.
Yep.
Use the numbers instead of the letters. That's easy to figure out, but then you do it backwards, so it's really not easy. You just got to make sure you have a number for your space, so it's like a run-on, and nobody can tell where the next word begins and ends.
Yeah. Oh, come on. Where is it? I got to find it here real quick. Here. I got to pull some. Wait a minute. Is it there? No, it's not there. Okay. So, Scout and the Ninja. Ninja's silent. Come on, open up.
Are you pulling a page out of one of your books?
No. Yeah, I'm pulling a page from one of my books because there's a code in one of my books, and they're trying to decipher it. And so here's the code. NEBCCA. So
Okay.
ZN BCCCA. And they're trying to figure out what the heck this gang is talking about. AAA car, AZ Arizona, NE Nebraska, BC British Columbia, CA California. Maps. So that's the code. That's the decipher to tell you what maps you need to have to decipher the rest of the code.
What's the name of they call the code when you use like a particular book, and the first part of your thing is the page number, and then the line number, and then the word, and then which letter in the word, and then you need to have the same exact book in order to decipher. There's a name for that code. I forget what it is.
I forget what that one is, but I've used that one a lot. And so basically it's page, it's title, page. And you make the title funky too, like backwards or something. Title, page, paragraph, line, word, letter.
Yeah, which letter in the word? Yeah, third, fourth, fifth, sixth,
some people
seventh.
Some people just go with words, especially if they have a big friggin' book like Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince, 800 pages. So yeah. There's different things and stuff, but yeah. So I teach the code in the book 2 of this Scout and the Ninja series. That's how they decipher how Heaven's Devils is where they're planning on setting up camps for taking over the agricultural area after the big disaster. And so some of the codes going off of that. Let's see here. Okay. And one of the ones is the one person goes, I got it. And everybody's going, what, how? And then she goes, it's like Commander Smythe said, AAA maps are the key. Lance Corporal Donaldson looked at the general. General, it's not Arizona because that would be something about the North Rim. It's not Canada because that would be something about Hot Springs. Those are 2 of the locations they already know about. It has to be in Nebraska. Camping in Nebraska, she said, looking back at the camera. The first part means the Snake River Campground near Valentine, Nebraska. The second part, I guess they're meaning to kill everyone in Valentine if they start to cause trouble. But, so she deciphers what the code was. Camp with that snake of a witch, Valentine, and cut her throat if she gets uppity. And so she got that it was the campground near Valentine, which is the Snake River Campground. So, she's one smart 17-year-old.
That's a little deep for me right now.
Yeah. But anyways, so notebooks can be really fun putting out codes and stuff. And for Christmas lists with little kids that don't know anything about cursive, you write out what presents you're getting the kids, and they find it, they're like, because they can't read cursive, they're just barely learning to read capital block letters.
Whatever happened to the that strip of paper across the top of the chalkboard in 3rd grade that had the cursive A and the block letter A and the cursive B and the block letter B, so you could look up if you didn't know how to write a letter.
Yeah. And not only that, but in upper and lowercase.
Yeah.
So you had 4 A's up there, 4 B's, 4 C, yeah. But then again, you get people that get sloppy and fast. And
I always had a problem connecting a lowercase cursive Z to a lowercase cursive O.
Yeah.
The one, you just have to make it work.
Yeah, and I've seen some challenges given to the Gen Z and Gen A, Alpha, the ones that are now hitting their late teens and early 20s or whatever. So about here's the challenge, the latest challenge. With your pen, put it on the paper. You can't lift the pen off. Write your name.
What?
Yeah, they don't know about cursive. And what's funny is my wife, her signature, full first, middle, and last name is one continuous. I'm like, okay, all right. There's a C, there's an L, there's a capital A. There's a T because it comes back and it loops over and crosses the T. What? That's my name.
All 3 of my daughters cursive write their signature, their last name, just like me.
Yeah.
It's a T and then a whole bunch of scribbles and an underline. I'm like, where did you learn that? They're like, I don't know. It just seemed natural. I'm like, did you ever watch me? They're like, no. They just all do it the same way. I'm like, okay, cursive writing is hereditary.
Yeah. Actually, I want to look at something here real quick. So for a comment in there. Just to see here. Give me a second. I'm going into the website here. All right. So at Wally World, a 6-pack of spiral bound notebooks, 70 sheets. This has 70 sheets in it. It's $9. $9 for a 6-pack.
Just 6 of those?
6 of these.
Jeez, right next to it. I can get at my local. I can get it at Lidl. I can get a 4-pack for like $1.29.
Yeah, and I'm going to throw this up here. So that's the 6-pack. Oh, wait a minute! I can get the for singles for 97 cents.
Yeah.
Oh, there's the one I got.
They're in pastel colors. Those are special.
Yeah, the special. Oh, I did that too good. Oh man, no, bad Gil. But yeah, so here's the one I got here. Is the red one over here? That's what I got. Is 97 cents.
I got piles of them. My wife used to buy those for the girls in high school, and she'd buy 15 or 20 of them, and just leave a stack of them downstairs. But every year she forgot there was a stack there, so I got stacks of spiral bound notebooks downstairs, and a whole bunch of the composition books there on the left.
There's the composition, 99 cents right now at Wally World. 80 sheets, but it's only 9 3/4 by 7.5. So it's a little bit smaller than this, but it's also easier to handle the write on when you're out walking. But yeah. And they don't have. Once
you start throwing pictures of Pikachu or whatever on the covers. And then they become more expensive because I have a Pikachu. I have a Pokemon notebook.
So the red and the blue are 97 cents. The other ones they're out of stock at the one store here.
Pastel. They're pastel.
But they don't list it as buying a case worth. Sometimes they would have the price of buying a case worth. But the problem is because they're out of stock. The other ones, the case is multiple colors. So, anyways, let's see here. I've gotten several different answers on it. One being that the Army is running their tests during the first week or so of the month of drones, and they do it in different locations for different group wherever the Army's at. That would show you, right, this base here will do it this month, this here will do it that month. Others are talking about all sorts of weird conspiracy things, and some are saying it's they think it's a bunch of kids screwing around. But then they said someone said, well, I did my distance thing on it, and those things are about the size of a small Volkswagen Bug. Yeah, good luck on figuring that out at night, getting your rangefinder to work properly. All right, we're going to wrap this up here. Let me get over here to what's coming up here. So coming up here, Thursday is the Midnight Ride. It's also the Staff Sergeant's birthday. I'm not sure if I can get her to come up. She hates her birthday because it's so close to Christmas. She hates her birthday.
Yeah.
The only time she likes her birthday is when I make a big deal out of it and I say, you got totally different Christmas presents, because everyone used to give her combined presents.
Yeah, I have that problem. Always had that problem. My sister got lucky. She was in April. Mine's in December.
Yeah. Mine's in September. So so Friday on Camp Patton is hand out, hand up, or empty hand. That's going to get a little controversial for some people. Saturday here on Survival Saturday, I'm going to talk. It's a bad day for me, but I'm going to be ranting and raving about immigration. Monday on Camp Patton is canning gifts, and the next Tuesday here is ideas for Christmas. Christmas gifts for the unprepared. You don't have anything? I got this little box here with all this sewing stuff in it and stuff, I got. Look, this is a stocking. I can't even speak here.
Stocking stuffer. Say it with me.
Stocking stuffer. Well, I can say scoring 3 times real fast, but anyways, for you give them stuff like that. And right now, every now and then, they should be coming up again free, no purchase necessary at Harbor Freight. You just go in there with a coupon. Of course, once you go into the coupon, you go, oh, I need that, and I need that. Yeah.
And some of them are good. Other ones, the batteries are crap, or you can't get the battery out of it, or by the time you need a battery, they've corroded and ruined that LED.
Yeah. This type of these blue ones here with the hook on it and the magnet on the back and the double sets of lights takes
AAA
3 AAA batteries.
Yeah.
And if you use rechargeable ones, they're not going to break down on you.
They just don't last as long. I found that out.
Yeah, but still, 15, 16 hours instead of 20 hours.
Right.
All right, so that's what's coming up here. If anybody has any suggestions for topics for either Camp Patton Family Compound or here, please go ahead and email it to camppattonfamilycompound@gmail.com. And because I'm looking for more stuff. I'm starting to run low here. I have some things I'm thinking about sticking in, but I'm got to work around how I'm going to present those ideas first, so I don't get boom and lose the channel. But there are some interesting things that need to be discussed. But anyways, so if you think of things you want to hear about that you think are important, both prepping wise and homesteading, gardening wise, fire off an email saying, here's this idea and this is how I thought it should go. That gives me an idea of what you were thinking about going to and what questions you have about it. All right. So with that, we're going to wrap it up here now. And today's Tuesday. Lee is going live here in about 3 minutes.
Who is?
Cold War Prepper.
Oh, okay.
So, and I got to go deal with a boy. All right, everyone. Take care, and we'll see you around.
Have a good night.